I mean, honestly, do people really care about the green card? Oh, what's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Today we're going to talk about the American Express green card. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should not get this card. I'm going to be honest, I am not impressed and pretty much disappointed with the way this card came out. I think the main reason why I'm disappointed, as with any type of disappointment, expectations were high. The way that the American Express green card delivered was about here, so this is where the disappointment is. So in this video, I'm going to go over the benefits of the card to give you a little refresh if you're not familiar with it, and then I'll give you 3 reasons why I don't think you should get it. First, let's talk about the sign-up offer. So publicly, it's offering a 30,000 point sign-up offer after spending $2,000 in 3 months, but through incognito mode as well as referrals, depending on when you're watching this video, you could get a 45,000 point sign-up offer after spending $2,000 in 3 months. The annual fee is $150. So let's just assume that you were to get the 30,000 point offer. I'll do it the lowest just to give you an example of what type of stuff you could get out of those points. Because the green card allows you to use transfer partners, you could get more value by transferring as opposed to using through the portal. So for example, if you were to transfer to Singapore Airlines, you could get a flight to Hawaii from the West Coast for 24,000 miles round trip in coach, or you could transfer your Amex points over to Avianca Life Miles at a 1-to-1 ratio, and you could get a transcontinental flight on United's Polaris business class costing 25,000 miles one way. One of the temporary benefits you're going to get with this card is until January 15th, 2020, you get Huawei credit for $100. So if you're not familiar, Huawei is a luggage company, I think with inflated prices, but I'll get more into that later on. Then you get a $100 Clear statement credit for the year. If you're not familiar with Clear, it's kind of like TSA PreCheck's little brother. It doesn't have as much reach in airports and it's more expensive, so I'm gonna get more into that later on as well. Then there is the $100 credit you get with Lounge Buddy. If you're not familiar with Lounge Buddy, it's kind of the wannabe Priority Pass poser that is not as valuable as Priority Pass, but I'll get more into that later as well. Let's talk about the multipliers. You're gonna get 3 points per dollar at restaurants worldwide, and then you're gonna get 3 points per dollar on travel, which is a little more broader than the gold card and platinum card. So, but it's pretty much on par with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So you're gonna get hotel stays, airlines, which are pretty standard, but then you're also gonna get subways, parking, tours, ferries, cruises, car rentals, stuff like that. So they're broadening their travel category for the 3x points per dollar, which I think is probably one of the better parts of this card. No foreign transaction fees, and this is not considered a new product, which means if you've had the green card in the past, you won't be eligible for this green card. The reason why is because Amex has a rule where you're only allowed to get 1 credit card sign-up bonus per card for your entire life. Now that you know the benefits of the card, and before I trash talk this card, if you want to apply for this card, and if I don't persuade you enough to not get this card, you could use the referral links down in the description below. Before I get into the 3 reasons why I don't think you should get this card, let me just give a little context of the green card. So the green card is more of a mid-game card, meaning that if you're just starting out and you're under 524, you're most likely going to go for the Chase cards first, probably wind up with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which is pretty much a direct competitor with the Amex Gold card in terms of the travel and dining category being 3x each. The green card is definitely not worth a slot in 524, but I think the Amex Gold card could potentially be worth a slot in your 524 count because of how valuable it is and how much value you could get from it, especially if you want to earn Amex points compared to Chase points. Now, let's say you fill up your 524 count, most likely you're not going to go for the green card right away. It's not one of those cards where you're like, yes, I'm over 524, let me get that green card. Before you get to the green card, you're most likely going to go for the City Premier, Prestige, or the Amex Gold card, Amex Platinum card. So if you're going to go for those City cards and Amex cards first, which in my opinion are objectively better than the green card because of the value that they offer, then getting the green card isn't really going to add more value to your wallet. It's more like gonna have overlapping benefits. I'm not a fan of the credits, but I do think the 3 points per dollar for broader travel purchases is a good way to kind of size it up and decide whether or not to get it. Especially if you're in the Amex ecosystem, you're trying to get all the Amex points, I could sort of see a way why you would want to diversify your spending to get more 3 points per dollar, if you're just going for Amex, but with a City Premier or Chase Sapphire Reserve, which have broader travel categories, if you're gonna spend something like on transit or cruises or something like that. With that out of the way, the first reason why I think you should not get the Amex Green Card is because of the credits. Honestly, I think the credits are lackluster. I appreciate the effort that Amex put in it to try to make the credits complement other cards, but in doing so, I just don't see the value in the credits it's offering. First, let's talk about Clear. Clear is kind of like TSA PreCheck. It costs more than TSA PreCheck, but has less airports than TSA PreCheck, which in a sense makes it a little more exclusive, so you're not gonna find as big of lines with Clear compared to TSA PreCheck. Personally, I've never used Clear, but the articles that I've read on Clear, you could use it in conjunction of TSA PreCheck, but from what I've read, TSA PreCheck may be a little more valuable than Clear. I read an article saying that there's only 28 airports that use Clear compared to TSA PreCheck, which is at almost every airport in the US. So this $100 credit of Clear may not even benefit most people, only people who are living kind of in the big cities that have Clear as an option. Also, Clear is $179, so if you were to purchase it at full price, then you still have to pay an additional $79. Compared to TSA PreCheck, it's $85, and most cards will cover it, such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Platinum Card, a few others. Those will completely cover the TSA PreCheck, and it's good for multiple years compared to Clear, where it's $179 per year. With Clear, there are ways that you could get the price a little lower, like if you have United status or Delta status, but still it's gonna be over $100 in order to purchase Clear. So you're always gonna have to pay more than that $100 credit that the green card is giving you. Next is the $100 credit you're gonna get with Lounge Buddy. So as I mentioned before, green card is gonna be a mid-game card. It's not gonna be one of the first cards you get. Therefore, I think if it was one of the first cards you get, I could see how Lounge Buddy could help you out, but the $100 credit can be used as such. So if you go to Lounge Buddy through the app or the website, then you could see that it'll cost anywhere from $25 to $40 to go to a lounge. Now, the problem here is that a lot of the lounges that it's showing, you could also access with Priority Pass, which kind of makes Lounge Buddy a little obsolete. Where Lounge Buddy may benefit you are hotel lounges. The only problem is hotel lounges are more than $100 per stay, from what I've seen. The only problem is hotel lounges are more expensive. So if you are gonna use Lounge Buddy, then it makes sense to use it if you don't have Priority Pass. But if you do have Priority Pass, then you could just go to the lounge for free. So a lot of different cards, such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, offer you lounge access to Priority Pass lounges for you, a guest, sometimes multiple people. I remember Chase Sapphire Reserve card allowed you to get unlimited guests in the Priority Pass. I never used that, but I think that's probably one of the reasons why they limited it to less people, to only a few guests, because the lounges are getting really crowded. The reason why is because there is a low barrier to entry to get Priority Pass, as well as TSA PreCheck. So I do admire Amex for making an effort to kind of provide a different type of credit that may be marketed as supplementing whatever benefits you already have. But to be honest, I think that these credits are inferior to what you could get with other cards pretty easily, compared to the American Express Hilton Surpass card, where you could get the 10 priority passes per year, and it only costs $95. So that would be kind of the lower end, cheaper option to get Priority Pass. Let's talk about the HomeAway luggage. So if you are a fan of the brand of HomeAway luggage, then that $100 credit could benefit you. It only lasts until January 15th of 2020, so you have a few months. Another great marketing tactic by Amex here. So it's providing this perk for the fourth quarter, which is when a lot of people will do holiday shopping. So if you know someone who wants to get some more luggage, this could be a good opportunity, how Amex is marketing people to get it, because I guess if you're gonna spend $100, it'll kind of help with offset that annual fee. My only issue with HomeAway is that I think the prices are inflated. So if you are into brand names, then I could see how HomeAway luggage credit could be a benefit to you. But personally, I'm more about function over aesthetics and brand name. If something is gonna work, I'll just pay the minimum amount for that product. So I just have a regular no-name luggage. pretty much made out of the same materials as other ones. It may not have a warranty on it, but that's just kind of my opinion on products in general. I'm more about what the product can do for me, not how much it costs and the brand name that comes with it. Next reason why I think you should not get the green card is because of the non-competitive multipliers that it has. So it has 3 points per dollar, as I mentioned before, restaurants worldwide, as well as travel, which is a broader category, which is how Amex is marketing it. So I could see the benefit of a broader 3x category if you're just trying to stick with the ecosystem of Amex. But to be honest, you're most likely going to go for the Amex Gold card before you get the green card. So with the gold card, you're going to get 4x for flights and hotels, then you're going to get 4x at restaurants worldwide as well as US supermarkets. So if you have the gold card already, the only appeal to the multipliers of the green card is the broader category for travel. Now, if you're already at the gold card, then most likely you have other cards that'll give you better multipliers for broader categories of travel. If you're traveling for work, most likely it's going to be airfare and hotels, which the Amex Gold card could cover. Or if you have a business card, or if you have a co-branded airline or hotel card, that could work there. But personally, I don't see the appeal of going for the green card just because of the broader travel category. I think that its non-competitiveness with the other cards definitely brings down the value of this card and makes it a hard sell. I think it's not really worth it to go for if you're just gonna get a broader category of 3 points per dollar with travel. Next reason I think you should not get the green card is the annual fee. So you're gonna pay $150 a year. Let's just say you're looking at this long-term year after year. So let's take away that $100 credit and you're just stuck with the credits of the Lounge Buddy and Clear. You will have to travel a lot in order to get the $200 in credit for the Clear and Lounge Buddy in order to offset that annual fee. And I don't think, if you're not gonna use those credits, I don't think getting 3 points per dollar is worth it with the annual fee of $150. I think the Amex Green Card could be worth it if you're just going for the sign-up offer. So with that sign-up offer, you just kind of pad your Amex account, and if it's worth paying $150 for, which I don't really think it is, even if you get the 45,000 point sign-up offer, if you're just doing it for that and you have no plans of using the credits or even putting purchases on it, it may not be worth the sign-up offer of 45 or 30,000. Anyways, that's my opinion of the Amex Green Card. Let me know what you think of the Green Card and if it's worth getting, or if you plan on getting it, put it down in the description below. And if you want to watch more videos on American Express cards, click this video over here or this one down here, and I'll see you in the next video.